Goody Kevs gang, welcome back to another reaction with your boy Kevs. How you guys doing? How's the family doing? How you guys doing? Your boy's sick. But the grind continues for you guys. The grind continues, it never stops. So I actually reacted to the I Show Speed. He put out a World Cup song that was lit. If you want, you can check that out whenever it comes out. I don't know when it's gonna come out, guys, let's be honest. But for now, we are gonna check out how one us, or I assume that's what it says, ruined the World Cup. Who ruined the World Cup?
The 2022 FIFA World Cup is Qatar.
God damn it.
To enrich themselves without any
Been under pressure before, but never.
Okay.
All right, listen. I'm not born. We all know by now that the World Cup is bought and paid for, okay?
Yep.
Well, we always thought it was, but now we know for sure, thanks to the FBI.
Yep.
Now, to catch you up on some things, 11 out of the 22 FIFA members who voted on giving Qatar the World Cup have either been fined, suspended, banned for life, or prosecuted. So yeah, I think that's
What?
a fair amount of proof. Multiple executives taken over $1 million in bribes, and even one of these assholes had the audacity to ask to be knighted. Bro, what the fuck? Keep a low profile. No wonder the FBI found you. Also,
God.
who the fuck asked for a knighthood as a bribe? Like,
What?
Wouldn't you want to feel like you earned a knighthood? Like, isn't that the whole point of being a knight? Like, a
You know,
of honor. Chivalry.
Knight Kevin,
Pretty much
that has a
everything
nice
else.
tone
Fucking
to it.
idiot. Now,
I
I'm not breaking
think.
any news that FIFA's corrupt, alright? Obscenely corrupt. In fact, it's more than likely that
What
the
the- what?
last 6 to 8 World Cups have been bought and paid for.
Yeah.
2022 was no different. Now, if the reports are to be believed,
Ooh,
Qatar
she was a body.
paid almost $200 million to buy the World Cup. But if we're being real, I mean, like, all the top countries were bribing FIFA. Reportedly, the next highest bid was Australia, who put in $42 million, and the US actually came down on them with the FBI. We only put in a bid of $5 million. We bid less than 3% of what Qatar bid. We still sick the FBI on them. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we know why the FBI actually did this. It's because FIFA thought they could take our bribes and not deliver. They took Russia's and Qatar's bribes and they gave it to them. But you think you're gonna take our $5 million and not give it to us?
Yeah.
No.
The motherland ain't accepting that.
Stripes and think you can get away with that shit.
Come
We don't
on.
Give out $5 million
It's the
for
South,
free, baby.
the world.
Best
No,
believe
it's
FBI
the
got
what?
our money
The
back. And I don't know, just
Wild Wild
coincidentally,
West. There we go. I was about to say the World Wild West. I mean, it is the World Cup, so the World Wide West. There we
But it was a
go.
win-win for everyone. This is one of the few times in recent history that the United States police in the world has
What
actually worked
is-
out.
wait,
And for
what
the
is-
most part,
what?
has been universally
What?
praised.
What am I looking
As
at?
well, world. I mean, our bad.
See,
on the
I told you,
millions,
world.
But, you know,
There you
come
go.
on. We did good work here. Gotta give us some credit. But even with all this shit coming to light, FIFA still refused to take away the World Cup from Qatar. And they would even go on to make the boneheaded decision to move the World Cup from summer to winter.
Can you blame them though? No, like, but you know, when it comes to money, people be doing shit.
Like,
man.
I get it, okay? It's a desert over there. The heat during the summer is like 1,000,000 degrees. But come on, the World Cup is for the people. The whole point of having the World Cup during the summer is that it's a sports dead zone right now. We're
There you
literally
go.
bored as shit. Like,
There
you
you
robbed
go.
that from us. You get that, right, FIFA? We should be hyped as fuck right now, witnessing maybe Ronaldo's and Messi's final World Cup. But instead,
Ooh,
we
it
object.
actually might
When they
be
fucking
the way
invest
I've been
in
hearing
World
about
Cup because
when
FIFA
your man
put the World Cup
Ronaldo.
in a literal desert. The irony is not lost. on
Like,
us.
not hearing. I've just
Sure,
been seeing
but
him
hey,
pop up
if someone
everywhere.
pays you $200 million. Fuck everyone else, right? Fuck up literally the biggest sporting event in the world. An event
Boy, why-
hundreds of
why
millions
me,
of people
though?
love to
What
enjoy.
did I do?
You did it just so you could line your already filthy rich, supposedly non-profit pockets. I should be making this video right now.
I need
should
some
get blue sky
Benjamins.
to the World Cup, but no. Had to put the goddamn World Cup in the winter, didn't you? Read the fucking room, FIFA. Oh, won't it be
I don't think they
the
care.
World Cup during
I really don't think they care.
no,
Let
we
me
won't.
be
We
real.
don't
I
need
don't
that
think they
during
give a
Christmas.
shit.
We literally have every other sports available during Christmas.
Yep.
We have football, American football, NBA,
Ice
all
skating.
the other boring sports.
All
Disney
these.
probably releases
No?
some
No
blockbuster
ice
movie,
skating?
and all the best video games are out. We have literally everything we need during the holiday season.
Yeah,
to
Christmas.
distract
Yeah,
us
yeah,
from our
yeah,
horrible
yeah,
families.
yeah.
We don't need any more distractions in the winter. We
That
have shit
did
right
not look
now.
like a distraction.
You know how badly people need something in their lives
what
to
the
give them a brief
go?
respite from reality right now.
Walter.
Have you seen the news lately? It's dystopian. And not only did you take away the World Cup from the summer, you're now probably going to fuck up the regular season for club football
Come
and
on.
Champions League. For you guys that don't know, since the World Cup is taking place during the winter now, pretty much all the major leagues in Europe have to go ahead and shift around their schedules. They're starting a little bit earlier on like August 6th, and they're ending a little bit later. And then to make up for this lost time, they're going to squeeze in a lot more midweek fixtures to accommodate this Winter World Cup. And this could have a domino effect because it could
Hey, you know, Winter World Cup might be a thing.
More injuries to top flight players because there's insufficient rest time and recovery. So not only did this ruin summer for sports fans, it also could possibly fuck up the entire regular season as well as the Champions League.
Why, brother? Why'd you have to break your whole shit like? He broke his laptop. That wasn't enough. He said, "TV, you're getting it too." Why?
As well as the Champions League.
Why?
All because you greedy fucks wanted an extra beach house.
Oh,
Fuck
okay.
FIFA.
Yeah. That's good. That's fair
I
enough.
haven't forgotten about you
Nope.
yet. And listen, I'm gonna give you guys a fair shot. It's easy to shit on some little oil-rich nation, but I'll be honest. I didn't know you guys existed until you won this thing. What did anyone outside of the Middle East know about this country before they won this thing?
Yes.
We probably asked ourselves all the same question. How did this tiny little nation that no one's ever heard of somehow secure the largest sporting event in the world over the likes of Australia and the United States?
You just said it in your sentence.
Because as much as I want to hate Qatar, they are quite interesting. They are an extremely young country. It's probably why we haven't heard of them before. They only declared their independence in 1971. To put in perspective, in the grand history of nations, Qatar is in the R. Kelly range of young. As for location and geography...
Oh my God. Lord God forbid. Jesus Christ help. What? Nope. No.
Grand history of nations, Qatar is in the R. Kelly range of young. As for location and geography, Qatar is this tiny little peninsula in the Middle East.
I ain't gonna say it.
Border with Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
It's only about 100 miles long and 50 miles wide, making it slightly under the size of Connecticut. It's actually one of the smallest sovereign nations in the world, and its border with Saudi Arabia is only 37 miles long. Now, before finding oil, the region was actually one of the poorest and most sparsely populated areas in the world. But after World War II, huge oil and natural gas reserves were found, and those oil and natural gas industries led to its rapid modernization, kind of like Man City.
Money!
By a dynastic family since the early 1900s.
Wow.
These guys are known as the Al Thanis. But just because they keep it in the family doesn't mean it's always been peachy. In fact, there have been multiple bloodless coups, the most noteworthy one taking place in 1995 when the Crown Prince Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani took control from his father in a bloodless palace coup d'etat while his dad was out of the country on vacation in Switzerland.
Oh my
That
days.
must have been an awkward Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Actually, his dad attempted a counter coup a year later, and that failed. So he had to live
Hey,
in exile
yo.
until 2000.
So
Awkward
your
Christmas
biggest
dinner.
competition is
That's
actually
cool,
your
they
family,
actually
as
let him
opposed
back
to be
in
like
after he tried
any
to
other
counter
person.
coup.
Imagine your son
Let's
trying
know
to
that the Al Thani family does forget.
organize. He went and
Now, Hamad
what the?
had big dreams to put Qatar on the world map.
And then your dad claps
But
back.
the more traditional conservative
Pause.
father feared would change the culture of the region too much. You know, typical boomer energy. But once he got rid of daddy, under Hamad bin Khalifa's rule, he would do what his father refused to do. And that's leverage the fuck out of their natural gas stores.
There you go.
Big thing you need to know about Qatar, even though they are quite tiny, they actually possess the third largest natural gas reserve in the world. And under Hamad's rule, Qatar would reach nearly 77 million tons of natural gas production.
The numbers that I heard in my head, that's million tons of natural gas resources, right? Now convert that into dollars or euros, whichever way you want to do it.
By 2010, making the Connecticut of the Middle East the richest country in the world per capita.
There
the median
you
annual
go.
income of a Qatari citizen is over $85,000.
Woo! God damn. So basically, guys, I'm gonna leave Ireland and I'm gonna go live in Qatar because I don't know what I'm doing here with this salary. Repeat that
Per
again.
capita. The median annual income of a Qatari citizen is over
The medium annual income. And I'm guessing when he says that, he's talking about just the average Qatarian citizen is 85,000. That's what? What?
85,000.
Oh
In
shit.
comparison, the median income for an American is a little bit under 32.
That is where it's at for the rest of the world. Most of the world, the medium average yearly income is like 32 or 30. They said not $85.
$1,000. We broke his fuck over
They
the
shot on you.
But this is also
They shot on
due
you.
to the fact that there
They shot on you. They shot on you. They shot on you. Just take it.
aren't actually that many Qatari citizens. They only have around 2 million native inhabitants. For comparison, Brooklyn, a single borough of the city
Yeah,
of New
that's
York,
not much.
has 2.5 million.
Yeah.
In fact,
You
native
ain't got
Qatari
shit on
citizens actually only
London.
make up 1/9 of the total population of the country. And that's because Qatar has historically been a very sparsely populated region. But huge petroleum and natural gas stores found after World War II have precipitated the need for a large foreign workforce, primarily hailing from India, Pakistan, and Iran.
Okay.
This huge immigrant workforce is what makes up nearly 90% of the total population of Qatar today. And you bet your ass they were used in the construction of the 7 World Cup stadiums they needed to build from scratch. But you know what? Let's just put a pin in that for now. We'll come back to that later. Now, by 2005,
Why?
Qatar was so filthy rich that they established the Qatar Investment Authority. This investment group is probably what you know about Qatar, because they're the ones who went ahead and bought Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. And they also sponsored Barcelona for many of Messi's most iconic moments. Yes, that's them. I'm sure. But they also have investments in many things you might not know. Like, take real estate, for example. They actually own part of the Shard, Heathrow Airport,
What?
and even the Empire.
Wait, what? How come I didn't know this? Qatar owns part of Heathrow Airport. Bro, what the hell is another country? Literally like Heathrow, Qatar. What are you doing owning part of that airport?
In state building, and this is just to name a few of their assets. As for
God
businesses,
damn.
they own part of Volkswagen,
What?
50% of Shell Company.
They own. I mean, that makes sense though. If they have that much resources, it would make sense that they would own half of literally. I think what Shell is probably one of the biggest fuel oil companies, right?
And they have a 75% share in Miramax Pictures in Hollywood. Yeah. Pulp
What?
Fiction and Kill Bill are owned by the Qataris. And now you see how PSG can afford Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, and possibly going to go ahead and bring Cristiano freaking Ronaldo to the same team because $100 million is chump change to these cats.
Yep.
Now Hamad actually did more than make his country filthy rich. He actually wanted more freedom of press. Yeah, I'm not misspeaking here. He actually wanted more freedom of press. So in 1996, Al Jazeera was founded by the ruling family, and Qatar actually has some of the freest press in the Middle East. Now, that's a low bar, considering it's the Middle East. But still, Al Jazeera has been a valuable news source in the region since its founding, and has been willing to tackle multiple controversies.
And it's actually lit. I use that.
In the West. And while it's been broadcasting in the Middle East since its founding, it actually rose to worldwide prominence in 2001 for being willing to broadcast speeches from one controversial figure. Can you guys guess who it is? Yeah, you guessed it. Osama bin Laden. Come on, it was 2001. What do you expect? Also, don't get it twisted, all right? While Hamad wanted more freedom of press for the region, that didn't mean full freedom of press. You get what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, the Al Thani family ruled without opposition. He didn't allow full freedom of speech.
Yep.
More freedom of press. There is a
Oh,
difference.
okay,
Also,
okay.
No dissent against him or the ruling family was ever allowed.
Oh, okay.
More freedom of press unless someone was talking shit about him or the ruling family.
Okay.
If you did do that shit, well...
So basically, that is the same as your parents saying, you can go out, just when I call that phone, you better fucking pick up. And you better be back at 10. Not 2 past 10, not 1 past 10, not a second past 10. 10 on the dot. Bet? You okay with that? Because otherwise you ain't going nowhere.
Down.
What?
In fact, in 2013, a poet was imprisoned for criticizing Hamad. But when you compare that to their neighbors, Saudi Arabia...
You criticized your own dad and organized a coup.
You could argue that this poet got off light. And if you haven't guessed it, Hamad is a ginormous sports fan. And you combine that with his dream to put Qatar on the world stage, it's pretty much guaranteed that this man is the reason why Qatar is hosting the World Cup this year. He played a huge role in developing athletics.
This just sounds like what he could, so he did. That's what I'm hearing. In short, if I had to cut all that speech short, I could, so I did. Do something about it.
Gold medal in track and field, weightlifting, and a bronze medal in beach volleyball. They would also go on to host the 15th Asian Games, establish the second biggest tennis tournament in the Middle East, and of course, host the freaking 2022 World Cup. And now, you see how Qatar bought the World Cup. And listen, most of the World Cups you've seen in your lifetime have been bought and paid for. So really, why all the fuss? Why not? expand the beautiful game to a region that has never hosted it before.
Exactly.
And actually show the Middle
Unite
East
the
in a good
people.
light for once,
Unite
in a
the
different
people.
way
Unite
than
us.
the constant war and terrorism that the news makes it out to be. And I think, in a vacuum, those sentiments have validity. The issue was that Qatar had next to no footballing infrastructure. Not only that, they didn't even have enough hotels to house tourists for the World Cup. Yeah, they're gonna have to bring in cruise ships and dock them in Doha in order to accommodate all the guests. And since they're not a historic footballing nation, they've had to invest over $200 billion in infrastructure for this World Cup.
Oh
200
my!
billion.
How filthy rich is this
Fucking
country?
money, bro. They had to build
How
7
rich
stadiums
are
from scratch
they?
and renovate an 8th in the middle of the fucking
500 mil.
desert. And while the World Cup was moved,
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I'm not gonna say too much, but like I said, all I'm hearing is I could, so I did. Do something about it. I dare you.
moved to winter to accommodate the athletes, the migrant workers they employed had to build the stadiums year-round. And they didn't pause for summer. That meant hundreds of thousands of migrant workers working in an average of 122-degree heat. And newsflash to some of you people, working insane hours in that heat, sometimes without any breaks, was gonna kill people. In fact, Amnesty International and The Guardian have alleged that over 6,750 workers have died while working on construction for just these stadiums alone. Most of these workers...
Okay, this just went from joke like, oh, I can, so I did, to okay. What? Who the fuck do they think is gonna go to this? Like, bruh,
workers coming in from India, Pakistan...
ain't nobody gonna want to advocate this
And how
shit.
much were these workers paid for risking their lives, living crammed like sardines in horrific conditions? Well, some were paid as low as $11 a day. Not $11 an hour, $11 a day. The richest country in the world pays immigrant workers next to nothing.
$11
Remember
a
that.
day.
When you see their beautiful
Oh my
faces,
God.
and they are pretty, I'll admit that, okay? The tent one
See,
looks
that's what
dope,
I mean.
But I can't look at it and fully appreciate it because I know that it was built with near slave labor. Beyond that, the former work system in Qatar required migrant workers to have a sponsor from their employer in order to be in the country legally. If their employer were to withdraw that sponsorship, these workers would be at risk of being arrested. This obviously caused a huge power imbalance, and a lot of these workers weren't allowed to change jobs or even leave the country without the approval of their employers. There was also rampant wage theft. Basically, workers not getting paid on time, unpaid overtime, and sometimes not even being paid at all. So basically, not quite slavery, but if you're held...
What do you mean not quite slavery? It is. It borderline. It is slavery. It is. Not to the extent of historic slavery, but like what?
Your will, living in clearly unsafe conditions.
Bro, look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this. No, look at this.
And
Nah,
not getting
man,
paid,
nah.
That sounds pretty goddamn close to slavery. I'm not
Yeah,
an expert on it, but pretty close.
I'm not, but my ancestors are, so
Now,
yeah.
in 2017, they abolished this crazy work system and modernized it to conform to more international standards. And while these reforms sounded good on paper, they remained weakly enforced, and certain loopholes still kept many workers from being able to leave the country or change jobs.
So that was a fucking lie.
Now, it's important to say that not
Tyler
all
said it
workers
best.
experience this level of exploitation, but the conditions in the system have allowed for rampant abuse. And I think it's important to note that all this is happening because of just one man's dream.
Thank you. I have been saying this throughout the whole video. All I have been hearing with all of this rant is, I can, so I did. Do something about it. This guy overthrew his dad. So do you think that somebody that actually goes head to head with their flesh and blood are gonna have even a minuscule care for anybody else's life? Because if you do, I don't know, bro. You might not make it in this world.
One man had enough money to buy the fucking World Cup.
There you go.
And now, almost 7,000 people are dead, and thousands
Because
more
of him.
lifelong health problems. And basically
Yeah,
their
I said
livelihood,
it.
All while being paid pennies by the richest country in the fucking world. I get it, okay? I get the sentiment.
Bro,
Right?
look at this palace. Oh my god, man.
But at what cost? This World Cup will leave a sour taste in our mouths. How do you think people feel about the Russian World Cup 4 years later?
Never mind, never mind. I take it back. I am happy where I am. I am very blessed. Sometimes you need to see these type of things to see just how blessed you are. You know what I mean? Even though the whole going to Qatar was a joke, but still, like.
Huh? And as beautiful as their stadiums are, and yes, they look nice, we will know the price you paid for them. And in a world increasingly of people who have...
People dying is not a price. That ain't a price, brother. That I do have to correct you on. It ain't a price. That's not a price. You don't put a price on people. That is just fucked up. That's what it is.
And have not. Sport was one of the few last bastions where we could just turn it on and be distracted from all that bullshit. But now you've turned the biggest fucking sporting event
Into
in the world
bullshit
into
itself.
a constant reminder of wealth inequality and corruption.
Yeah.
Great job, FIFA and Qatar. Fucking great. At least you accepted in summer. Be a little bit more grateful as you're fucking us because we'd have distractions right now. But no, you gotta move that shit to winter. Why? Because 200 fucking million. That's fucking why. And I know I'm gonna be a hypocrite. I know when the World Cup comes on, I'm gonna turn it on. All of us are. But I'm not gonna be able to shut off the voice in the back of my head that's gonna be constantly questioning, why am I watching this during the winter? Oh, that's a nice stadium. I wonder how that got built. Oh shit, Kevin De Bruyne or Neymar just went down with an injury. I wonder how that's gonna affect the entire season. Now, not everyone is gonna...
I don't know what's worse, the fact that like this was allowed to happen, or the fact that this is still happening. I don't know which one is worse.
People need a break.
I won't be able to watch this. I'm gonna keep it real. I shouldn't have watched this video. I should have, because now I know. But
has seeped its way into pretty much
your boy, I can't watch this shit, man. Knowing this, there is no way I can sit down and sit my ass down and like, it's not even about enjoying it. I can't watch this, man.
So much people can take, and yeah, it might be the most beautiful game in the world. But just because something's beautiful,
like,
doesn't mean you can't fall out.
I'm not trying to like go at any players or any teams or any clubs. I get it. You're really doing your thing.
About any of this stuff.
But
do you think I'm just flapping gums and everybody else is just trying
nah,
to be all,
man.
like SJW about this shit?
Nah,
But
man.
when it comes to it, we're all gonna tune in. Has the magic of the World Cup been spoiled for you because of the last one in Russia, because of this one in Qatar? Hell, you could even argue the one coming up in America. It's not like we've been that great to the world lately. So let me know how you feel about the World Cup. Or just, you know, how fucking bored you are right now with nothing going on during the summer.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, because you know what I mean? It's like, how can I say this? There's just some things that... But I get it. It's your way of life. It's like, for example, me... When I got open to like the whole world of like animal and all that shit, it's like it hurts. It actually touched me, but it's part of. It's already there, so which is fucked up. It's messed up. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It is. Even this, like a team wearing that. If you don't know it, you know, hey, you can't kill some... I don't even know what I'm trying to get out there at this point anymore. This got me all the way twisted. Guys. But, hey, guys, if you enjoyed the video, the information that's given, leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you can say you were here early. And don't forget to go follow, subscribe and like my boy BM Monus, because without him your boy wouldn't have known. Some of you guys probably wouldn't have known. So hey, the more you know what I'm saying. Kev's gang, for now, we out. Bye.